The first step in setting up the lab inventory module is to define inventory locations. Locations are associated with a given lab and section. Under Lab Setup, select the section you wish to create locations for. Mark the inventory flag and save. This will populate the additional tabs needed. If using purchase orders, you can add default contacts for that section. However, this is not required and can be added at the time the PO is created. Locations can be as granular as you like. You may opt for a simple setup of one location per section, or you may drill down to the room, shelf, or bin level. Make sure to flag the location as a storage location if you wish it to house inventory. Locations can have a hierarchical structure. Once a location has been added, it can be assigned as a parent location if desired. Repeat this process to add all locations in this section. Inventory is a privilege-based function. Access can be granted on a per-user or per-role basis. When assigning a user, you have three options. Inventory gives them general access to the management screens. Inventory transfer allows them to approve transfers on behalf of that section. The third option allows the user to create purchase orders for that section. Along with being assigned to the section, the user must have the appropriate privileges assigned in user management. Alternately, you can add a group of users based on a given role. This functions the same as the individual setup, but allows for a more expedited process. Please note, a user must be assigned to the lab to be granted inventory access. The next step is to define inventory products. In Product Setup, select an existing product or create a new one. This product will represent the item you order from the supplier. In this example, we will create a new product. Fill out the setup information as you normally would. Make sure to assign to the appropriate lab if more than one is available. Mark the inventory flag and this will populate the needed Setup tab. Any missing required fields will be highlighted in red. On the Inventory tab, you are required to set up default stock to sales ratios. This allows you to account for inventory that may be purchased in bulk packaging. This example represents a product that is ordered from the supplier in a case, but is then opened and stocked as individual items. Each case contains 10 tests. Now, we will add the vendor we purchased the item from. Vendors can also be added on the Vendor Setup screen under Navigation. The vendor name is all that is required to create a vendor. However, it is best practice to add all known information. Each vendor is linked to a single lab. This allows for the separation of financial expenses. To complete the vendor product link, add in the product name and ID from the vendor's catalog. Each vendor may have varied packaging. You may add in the vendor sales to stock ratios and pricing if different from the default on Product Setup. A product can be related to more than one vendor. Select the Add Vendor Product link if you wish to add an existing vendor to the vendor definition. Each product vendor link can contain unique attributes, like name, product number, cost, and sales to stock ratios. This allows you to capture information as it relates to each specific vendor. In this example, the vendor sells the test kits in cases of 25, as opposed to the 10 per case from the previous vendor. Additional vendor details are available by hovering over the info dot. The default vendor is displayed in bold. To change the default, select the preferred vendor row, then click the Set as Default icon in the menu bar. If desired, you can now add the quantity of inventory on hand. This can be done on the product setup or through an inventory management screen at a later time. For this example, we will use the product setup screen. Click Add Inventory and select the inventory location, then enter the quantity on hand. Additional details such as expiration dates, lot numbers, and manufacturer are optional. It is recommended to add this information if you would like to search or report on this criteria as part of your inventory management workflow. Upon save, a new row of inventory will be added. Inventory entries will be consolidated at the location level. Multiple rows for a location may be present if unique identifiers, such as expiration date or lot number, are entered. This process will need to be completed for each item you wish to track through the inventory module. This completes the setup for the Lab Inventory module. Additional resources are available for the use and management of an established inventory system. Thanks for watching!